Edgerrin James came from one of the poorest cities in Florida. He came from a town named Immokalee. The town was so small that it only had one high school. Most kids in Immokalee ended up in that high school at some point. Edgerrin was raised by a single mother in a roach rat infested house. He was the oldest of two brothers. They all shared a room. At times one will sleep on the floor while the two others will sleep on the bed. Soon after, Edgerrin became the man of the household, as he was the oldest. But before he could truly become the man of the household, he had to learn a couple lessons from his grandmother. She instilled the value of work ethic and the go-getting mentality that Edgerrin would soon master later in his career. She also taught him the value of making money the legal way, the right way, as opposed to making the fast money in the drugs. At the age of 14, Edgerrin was finally able to work, so he went out to work with his grandpa and his uncle in the watermelon fields, and he was finally able to provide for his family. And he was also able to provide for himself as he was finally able to afford his dream car. His mom wasn't too happy about it, but she later let him keep the car as Edgerrin worked for that money. When Edge was working in the watermelon fields, he was not just earning more money, he was earning more size, earning more gain, because when football season rolled around, when he entered high school, he was much more bigger and much more physical. His coach described Edge as a more physical player, and he had unbelievable vision for the running back position. He had a breakout season his junior year as he rushed for 2,100 yards and 29 touchdowns. He went on to receive a scholarship at his dream university, the University of Miami, and went on to have an amazing career at the U. Before Edgerrin could ever run Miami to victory, he was facing a little bit of controversy. You see, Edge's appearance was a little bit different than every other athlete. As a matter of fact, he had gold teeth and he had dreads. During that time, not many people had that combo, or either of those, right? But from where Edge was from, that was the norm. Everyone had gold teeth, everyone had dreads. That was the culture, that's just how it was. So when Edge turned 15, he asked his mom, "Mom, can I get gold teeth?" His mom said, "Yeah, sure, you can get gold teeth, you can get 2. But then Edge gets 5. It's like, come on, Edge, like, what are you doing? Get 2 gold teeth like your mother allowed you, right? But then says, what's done is done. But at least the good thing he did is that he financed those gold teeth. Didn't go and ask his mom. He said the best feeling is not even asking his mom for things, it's getting them by himself. And I can say that is a pretty good feeling. So he remembered what his grandmother had taught him. When you want something, that go-get-it mentality, go and get it. So like I said, so the gold teeth, that was the norm. Edge wasn't gonna change that because that's how it was, that's his culture. But the other thing is that he also had dreads. That's another thing that not many athletes had at that time. So Edge described his dreads as a lion's mane. Like the lion has a mane, and he said that his dreads they express strength, right? So that's why Edge wanted to keep both of those things, because they really reminded him of where he was from, South Florida. That's how they do it. But when Edge started playing, at a higher level, the guys start pulling on your hair, right? So brother had to start cutting his dreads a little bit, cut it a little bit short. Not completely off, but he cut it a little bit short so that at least he can play, so that the guys can't have an advantage. But his friend, because he was talking to his friend, and he constantly told him, don't change. Keep what you have. You can't allow other people to make you change. Stay true to yourself. Edge went on to have a successful career at the University of Miami. He was later selected 4th overall pick in the 1999 NFL draft. In his NFL career, Hall of Fame. He went on to become the 1999 Rookie Offensive Player of the Year, was selected to multiple Pro Bowls, All Pros, made it to a Super Bowl, even won a Super Bowl ring from the Colts, although he wasn't on the team. He had an outstanding career. But what's most impressive about Edgerrin is his humility. He never forgets where he's from. Immokalee is a source of pride for him. He's just so grateful to have been from there, because it allowed him to become the successful football player, the father, the businessman. If it wasn't for Immokalee, who knows where Edgerrin would have been. So for him, he uses it as a pride, and that's why he's always repping it. Either if he's wearing his gold teeth, if he's wearing his dreads, everywhere he goes, he reps it. And that's why he stays true to who he is, because he knows who he is thanks to Immokalee. That's why everywhere he goes, he always talks about his people, bringing his people with him to represent that Immokalee and to represent where he's from and to represent his strength, because Immokalee is a source of strength for Edgerrin. And that's why when they made his Hall of Fame bust, he added the dreads. That was the first Hall of Fame bust that actually has dreads. That's what's so symbolic, and he was able to pave a path, to pave a new way for the up and coming players. Now other players are going to start having dreads and gold teeth. Now if you look at the NFL, a lot of people have gold teeth, a lot of people have dreads, but that's thanks to Edgerrin for always being truthful to himself, and that's what I find that is just so amazing. So shout out to Edgerrin. If you're interested in knowing more about Edgerrin James, I'll leave the link to his book down in the description below. It's been your boy D-Ben. I hope you all have a blessed day today. And this has been the tale on how Edgerrin James went from gold teeth to gold jacket.